Welcome back, guys, to the third episode of the Multiversal podcast. Again, I'm with Doug, and this episode, as usual. Today, I think the best topic that we're gonna use is the what we talk about in the last episode, like the ending.
What we finished with.
Yeah, about the Eternals, Celestial, the movies, and maybe go a bit more in detail in those superheroes. But before, I think we are gonna have to start a tradition. Every time there's a guest or someone new who comes to the podcast, we need to ask what's their favorite superhero. And I mean, we have to start by ourselves, right? Because like
Okay.
we gave hints, but we never like legit said like, oh, that's my super like, you know. So like, yeah, who's your favorite superhero?
Okay, this is a hard question because I like anti-heroes a lot. When they put out Loki, the TV show, I really fell in love with the character. I think Tom Hiddleston's honestly probably the best, like a top 5 actor in the MCU. I thought he killed Loki. So I'd say Loki is my favorite character in the MCU right now. But my favorite superhero growing up was always SpiderMan. Like I had the SpiderMan pajamas and stuff as a kid. It's just like it hits home. But I think when I first sort of got into the MCU and started watching movies and stuff, I really liked Thor. I just thought he was badass, God of Thunder.
Exactly, a strong ass boy.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think overall, especially with No Way Home that came out, Spider-Man still got that place in my heart. So I would have to say Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Nice.
Yeah, you?
I mean, for me, I've said it, I think in the last video, for me, it's Batman. I'm gonna, like, I have a collection of Funko Pops, like, you know it. I'm gonna put a picture right here. So you guys can see, and I'm growing that collection with the time and everything. That's for DC. So for Marvel, I think Iron Man. It's one of like one of my like, I don't know. Since the first movie, I've always like liked him on the screen, and also like since the first movie, when I read the comics, I see like RDJ talking. I don't know if it makes sense. So if not, Iron Man. And then again, like I was a big Spider-Man fan when I was a kid. I used to like, I remember playing with my cousins, like being like Spider-Man and everything. But I think those 3 are like there. From the new generation, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be I think Doctor Strange. I think as Loki, like Tom Hiddleston. I think Benedict was like an incredible cast, and he's been killing it since the first movie, and like all
he did a really good job.
Everything. But I think those ones are up there,
Yeah, I just want to say also, because I was talking to Kira's my girlfriend. We were talking, and she said when I spoke about like my top 3 movies, I didn't mention Doctor Strange. I would say Doctor Strange is a very close number 4. The cinematography in that was ridiculous. The VFX were unreal. So I just want to give a shout out to Doctor Strange at the same time, because that movie is super underrated.
Yeah, it was underrated, like, and I think it still is, even though it was like proved and like
100%.
Like people still be like, but yeah, I mean, like now, like let's continue. Like how was it Eternals for you?
Eternals, I was going into it with not higher expectations than you, but I was going into it with the idea that I thought it was going to be good. Looking at the trailer and seeing what was supposedly supposed to transpire, like, we saw the Celestial in the trailer and stuff. I was super excited. I honestly thought it was going to be better than Shang-Chi, which it wasn't, in my opinion. I was going into it with a very level head, thinking, okay, no, I have a feeling this is going to be good. And it didn't live up to that expectation. Not that it was bad.
Even with the cast?
Yeah.
I think that was one of the like main reasons we were like so hyped for it. Like they had like big names on the cast.
Yeah, I mean, between Salma Hayek, Angelina Jolie, the 2 gentlemen from
Game of Thrones.
I don't know either of their names, either of the actors' names. I think you're right. They snagged us with the cast. and it was, yeah, I don't know. I really went into it hoping for something really good, and I came out of it a little bit, I wouldn't say disappointed, but just underwhelmed. But I did enjoy the movie overall. I know you have a bit of a different reaction there, but
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was I don't know. It was, I think, the first movie that I came out like other than Black Widow, that I came
yeah.
out and I was like, what's next? You know, I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going to happen with that universe or anything. I think like they left us on a note of uncertainty.
Yeah,
And
like it wasn't a cliffhanger. It wasn't like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next? It was kind of just like, and it's
exactly,
over.
and there's not much to talk about either, because like the Eternals, it's not like a characters that they use a lot through the comics. They didn't follow like a story, so you don't know what's gonna happen. And then the two credits and post credit scenes, like yeah, we see Harry Styles as like Arrows, like brother of Thanos. Like
Yeah.
I was disappointed with the cast, like
Oh, like with the casting of with
Harry
of the
Styles.
arrows.
Yeah, I was like, bro, it's
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I just see him like, I mean, maybe it's just the fact that I'm on my phone too much, but I see him constantly on like TikTok. It's just him like on stage and stuff, you know, like
yeah.
as an artist, as a singer and stuff. And I agree with you. I didn't see him as, I don't know. I would never see him in the MCU. It would not
As
be
a
the first person
superhero,
to come to
like.
mind. I mean, it is possible that he pulled some strings and asked to be in the movie.
But
Wouldn't
I mean,
surprise me.
that's the thing. Like next movie, if there's a movie, he's gonna have a main role,
Has to.
because like with how they ended, you know.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the
Like
way,
I
there's spoilers if you guys
have on that. Really?
haven't understand. So if you haven't seen the movie, get out of the video and come back after. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. It ended like those two post credit scenes. I'd like more. We didn't stay for the second one, by the way.
There was a second one for
There's a second
Eternals?
one, Eternals. We didn't stay. That was a rookie mistake. But there's a second one where I think Blade comes in. Like you
No
hear
way.
you hear his voice of the actor who's gonna play Blade, and like you connect the dots.
I heard it was supposed to be Mahershala Ali. Is that
He
true?
is, yeah.
Okay, it's him.
So you
Okay,
you hear his voice, like
Okay.
you recognize him.
If they casted him as Blade, that is wicked casting. That is a super good idea to cast him as Blade.
I still like the last Blade. I don't know if you know who it is. He's the
What's his name?
the guy from White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, I can see his face. We're so bad. We need to get our names in check.
Yeah, I mean, Can't Jump.
I feel like we do this once.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, he was a wicked, like the original Blade movies. He was like badass.
Super good, huh?
You know?
So yeah.
But I think Mahershala Ali would do a good job. Like, you know, I don't know if anyone watching this has seen the movie Green Book. If ever you get the chance.
Perfect movie.
Perfect
movie.
Yeah, like he was amazing in that. So honestly, like the fact that he could bring something different to that, if they casted him, I have faith.
Yeah, I mean,
big faith.
It's supposed to be he's supposed to get a like
a cameo or
no
say it in French.
a TV series.
Oh, okay.
He's supposed to like have a Disney Plus and everything.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And he's gonna that's the thing. Yo, I have way too many things to talk about. They're saying they're gonna do a something called the Midnight Coup, I think, something like that. So it's like a crew, mostly anti-villains. So you have Ghost Rider, you have Blade, you have Moon Knight.
Oh yes.
Strange. I don't know if you heard about it.
I did, yeah.
They're saying
I thought it was the Midnight Suns, though.
Midnight Suns. Yeah. They're saying they're bringing that like all together. But yeah, he's supposed to have a cameo in Moon Knight, who's coming soon.
Yeah, Moon Knight. That releases in March, no?
In March, I think the 30th, something like that, 31st. So he's supposed to be around that cameo. But I think he's gonna do an amazing job as an actor.
Sorry, just on the topic of Moon Knight. Remind me at the end. I just want to ask you like what you thought of the trailer and stuff.
Towards the end of it. Yeah, for sure. But then, Eternals. Like it was okay overall.
Yeah, like honestly, like where I'd rank it within like the movies, I'd probably throw it like probably smack dab in the middle. You know, it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, but I went into it with like super, I wouldn't say high expectations. Like I would just say expectations. It looked good to me. Like, you know, when they introduced Guardians of the Galaxy, they did a really good job with that. You know, I love the original movie, and I was kind of expecting not the same style, but something to live up to the same expectations, I guess. And it just didn't deliver. But I mean, it's okay. Like I hated Black Widow, so I mean, it's better than that one already.
Exactly. Like yeah, compared to Black Widow, it was something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like where do you think that they're gonna like bring these Eternals in the MCU? Because from here, yeah, we heard Iron Man's name, we heard Captain America's name in the movie, but we didn't see a like a world where they came in, you know? Like in the trailer, to say like the guy asked like where were you when Thanos snapped the fingers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So where do you see like that that universe, if we can say it, go in with the Marvel that we know right now?
So I don't know where they're going to bring them in, but I have a feeling that it's going to be in relation to what happened to Thanos. So like we mentioned at the end of the last podcast, the whole idea of Thanos snapped to stop the emergence of the Celestial. And when I heard, it's so funny though, you mentioned that day, and like the next day I just got like 100 different posts saying like, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought we had an original thought here. Of course not. So anyway, so I do like, it'll definitely correspond to what happened with Thanos, you know, the whole idea of the snap, but because that's the thing that brought everyone back. But the fact that they stopped the emergence regardless, so it's as if what Thanos did in the first place didn't make a difference.
Exactly. So
that's like Endgame never happened.
Exactly. So like, I mean, that happened because like we got people who died, but like at the same time, like I don't see these Eternals playing in like, I don't know, in the next Avenger, you know?
No, I don't think so. I think if anything, what might end up happening, because are they immortal?
They are. So the thing I've read, because we don't know a lot about the characters, they can die. Like they can like die and like die, but they're gonna be reborn, which we saw it a bit. That part when they talk with Arishan, but like it's they reborn.
Okay.
So I mean,
okay, so if anything, I think what might end up happening is, and this is, you know, it's all speculation, it's all theory. Arishem might end up dying, like they might end up killing him. Not necessarily the Celestials, the Eternals, but you know, whether it be another group of Avengers, whatever. And then we might see a couple of the Eternals die, aren't able to be reborn, and then we're going to keep specific Eternals to sort of stay within the actual universe, and maybe like they'll join the Avengers in that sense. Shit, I was going to say something else. Yeah, I think that's most likely what's going to end up happening. Whether the Celestials are going to be the next main villain, I don't think. I have a feeling what they're going to end up doing is bring Loki into it, because we've seen. I'll send you the picture for this part. You know the picture with in Multiverse Madness with the TVA door that we think it's a TVA door.
Yeah. We Wanda.
Yeah, so I think Loki might enter there, or something might end up happening. But I think Kang is who they're setting up as the next big shit. You know what I mean? Unless we end up seeing every time.
We always forget, huh? It's Fantastic Four villains.
You got it.
Yeah. Galactus.
Jesus, we just can't remember that one. My God, I'm gonna write that on my head.
But then,
Sorry,
but then, the thing is that at the end of the Eternals movie, we see Harry Styles as Eros coming and saying like, I'm gonna help you out. I know where your friends are. And when you see the ball he's throwing, We didn't get that, but it's the ball that came out of the girl. It's not his.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
So I mean, like, he technically was in contact with those people.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I think the Eternals are going to connect, and either it's not going to affect anything in the MCU or anything, but I don't see that. I don't see them fighting Kang. That's the thing.
Okay.
You know, they're way too powerful to do that.
Okay, well, I think because that's the thing. When watching the movie, he's making the Unimind.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought in the moment, I was like, that's the 10 rings from Shang-Chi.
Same.
I really thought that's what it was. And honestly, it is possible it still is that. I'm not 100% certain, obviously. But I hope if we do see them again, that we see them pop up in Shang-Chi because of the 10 rings. If my assumption is correct, if I do think the 10 rings is actually what they were making with the Unimind, I think that would be fucking sick. I think that would be really, really cool. And that would be a good way to incorporate them into the next Marvel movie.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, then again, like, we talk about bringing these characters with, like, characters that we know, but like technically they're gods. If you see the names of the
yeah, I know Athena or like Athena and stuff, and
Athena, like, you know, they're
all like, different. They're all different gods. There's Egyptian god, Greek god.
Exactly. So I mean, like, I don't see them like the way, because that's the thing. The way that like you have Cersei, Ajax. You have Icaris, Kingo, Sprite, Fastos, Makari, like everything. Like for humankind, which is Shang-Chi, they were gods. Even Thor, but I mean, Thor, it's not the same thing, I guess.
Well, yeah, as a Norse god compared to.
So I don't see, like, I don't think they have to do anything with the 10 rings, to be honest.
I hope they do. I think that'd be super cool because it's just like no one would know that. You know what I mean? I feel like everyone watched the movie originally, like, oh, it's the Unimind, whatever. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, no, it's a 10 rings.
Not connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's too
soon to tell. I think we're looking like way far ahead. I think this might be coming out in the next 3-4 years, kind of thing. Not within the next year or 2 years. But yeah, no, I think it'd be really cool if they did that. Whether it's gonna happen or not, I don't know. But sorry, I'm switching back to Multiverse Madness here. I'd love to see Loki pop in at some point in Multiverse, even if it's just for like the end credit scene. Like he pops in at one point through the TVA door, and it's like, "Hello, darling," or whatever. You know, that'd be super fucking cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, like, I don't know. I think that they use these superheroes in the wrong time. I think that's how, like, my mind wants to go to that point.
Like they use the idea of the Eternals too soon.
Too soon.
Okay.
Because if everything goes as planned, as we've been talking about, Kang is going to be the next villain.
Yeah, looking at the way it's been going, you know, with the whole idea that so if we're looking at it correctly, what happened in SpiderMan, you know, with the spell, everything cracked open, blah blah blah. We thought originally that was happening at the same time as when Sylvie killed Kang, and we thought it was happening at the same time as Wanda blew everything up, right?
Yeah, became the Scarlet Witch.
Exactly. So that's what we originally thought. I don't think so.
No,
I think we had that way wrong.
Yeah, it isn't. If you see the MCU order chronological,
yeah,
I search it, and we're completely wrong. Like, we're way off our point.
What happens in Loki is happening way after. Like, that's like what's happening during Loki, I think is going to happen at the same time as the next Avengers movie.
Okay, so
like that's going to be the main plot of the next Avengers movie. So when everything's opening up, Strange is going to be like, what the fuck is happening? That's going to be the start. Strange is going to be watching this like, okay, something's wrong. And then all of a sudden, boom,
but
it's going to pop into action.
That's the thing.
We're going to see all these villains. These villains.
That's the thing. So how it goes is Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Endgame. That's Endgame. WandaVision. Then you have Falcon.
Yeah.
Then you have Falcon, Far From Home. So that's Spider-Man. Then you
Far
have,
From Home?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Then you have Eternals. You have Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
You have No Way Home, Hawkeye, and then Loki.
Exactly.
Okay, but that doesn't make sense because there's a second Loki
Season coming out.
season coming out.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that, okay, you're saying that the end of the second season for Loki is gonna like connect with the next Avengers?
I mean, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. The whole idea that there's going to be a second season. But I have a feeling, again, I could be wrong, that the whole idea, because Kang said, he's like, look, you can kill me right now, and another variant of me is just going to come and take my place. And that's exactly what happened. Sylvie killed him. Loki goes back into a different dimension, we think, or a different universe, and Kang's there. He's on the statue. And Owen Wilson's character is like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, I don't know who you are.
They don't know anything.
Yeah, so they jumped into a different universe. But I have a feeling that either whatever, because that's the thing, they just started filming Loki. You know what I mean?
The second season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's not even started filming it or something like that. So either what's happening right now in whatever's happening in Loki or wherever it ends off is gonna connect to the next like Avengers movie, like big Avengers movie, or it's gonna be happening at the same time, like Multiverse of Madness is gonna be happening at the same time as where Loki ended the first season. Do you get what I mean? So like Multiverse of Madness starts, Loki season 1 ends, and then.
But it doesn't mean like Loki's gonna be in that movie though.
No, not necessarily. I thought it was sick to see him because the fact that we have an idea that the TVA door might be in it. But again, it's very possible the TVA shows up right at the end. It's like this shouldn't have happened, kind of thing. But Loki isn't a part of that TVA.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But then it comes back to, so I think the Eternals were used in the wrong way because I see the Eternals easily killing or defeating Kang. You're talking about Celestials, so Kang isn't even close to their power. That's the thing. Like Celestials are like right there, like
are you saying Celestials or are you talking about Eternals here?
I'm talking about Celestials.
Okay, but I agree. I think the Celestials would murk Kang 100%.
And the Celestials created the Eternals, and there's more than one. So the people that we saw, there's the Celestials that Arishem made, but there's more. So I think that they're way too strong to help the Avengers.
That's the thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're saying they're too strong to help the Avengers?
Like the Eternals.
Okay, I have another theory, and again, maybe I'm wrong. I keep saying that. I could be wrong. I could be right. Who fucking knows? Anyway, so I think that is possible that Arishem ends up, because he kind of has control, like he's the puppet master, you know what I mean, over the Eternals a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that he turns them like evil?
No.
No, you don't think so? Because I have a feeling like maybe they go to another planet or something like that and do the same thing they did to Earth. So they stop the second emergence. Again, ideas. They stop the second emergence. And then he's like, the Eternals. So they'll go to another planet or whatever. And because that's the thing, that's what they were there in the first place, right? Just to make sure that no one interferes. Right?
Yeah.
So.
But right now, the Eternals that are left, half of them are in space.
Yeah.
And the other half are controlled by they're gonna be judged in court, there's 3 that we're taking.
Yeah.
So I don't I don't
so the 3 that were taken, they were taken by Arishem.
Yeah.
That's my point. Maybe because that's the thing. He's got like this like fucking Eternals factory, right?
Yeah.
So what if he programs them to be evil in a sense, and instead of, making sure that nothing happens, like he goes back and so there's 3 that are fucked up and evil, and then the other three are there. Imagine if we saw three Eternals fight off against three Eternals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I
You,
understand.
you seem so like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just I don't see. That's the thing. Like I always think about how it can help to the future, and I don't see that like either helping the story that we're seeing or helping like the universe. You know, like right now we're seeing like multiverse.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say SpiderMan was the one who opened it to the cinema, not to TV series, because TV series was Loki, but SpiderMan opened it to like movies and everything. So
that's the thing. Even in Loki, like we didn't see that much of the multiverse. We just saw it like open a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it blew up and like we saw different branches, but we never saw, like, you're right. The closest thing we saw to a multiverse was Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina and stuff. Yeah.
So
exactly.
So like anything that's gonna happen, or the theory that you have, it's not helping the like Kang. How is it gonna relate all to Kang?
Oh, as of right now,
yeah, because that's how we're seeing that everything's going.
Yeah. Okay. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Maybe you're right. Maybe Kang is going to be just the villain for Loki series, and that's going to be it. Maybe what we're going to see from the opening of the multiverse for the next Spider-Man movie is going to be what's his name? He's a villain in the classic Spider-Man novels, comic books. The like
Hulk
tiger
Goblin?
guy. Like no. Shit. Hold on, give me a second.
The what? The tiger guy?
Like he's not a tiger.
Kraven
Yes,
the Hunter.
Exactly. Yeah, he's supposed to be the new villain in the game as well. So, because that's the thing. Apparently, there's a shot, and I will find it so we can put it up right here. I saw a picture, and it's a close-up zoom of like the branches opening in No Way Home. And there's a picture. It's like, oh, that's Kraven. That's Venom. That's Scorpion,
you have Rhino,
and stuff like that.
Rhino, Scorpion. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, I have a feeling that in one of the next movies we're going to see one of the main villains pop up in a Spider-Man film, because that's the thing. There's 3 more coming out, right?
Yeah.
So they have at least 2 to fill with it until they do something huge for the third.
Yeah, because technically the third is killing, not killing, but like ending the
Tom Holland,
the new trilogy. Yeah, maybe not the Tom Holland, but like new trilogy only.
Yeah. So the fact that they filmed 3 more, that they're going to be filming 3 more. The first one is either going to be like batshit crazy, or it's going to be a lot more toned down, like the first one, where we get to see the Vulture, and maybe eventually you get to see Tom Holland face off against his own Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So we have the Vulture return.
Morbius. That's Andrew
Garfield. Andrew Garfield. Like we get to see Ned as a Hobgoblin, and everyone sort of pop up. That'd be pretty neat to see. But again, it's all for speculation.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that also the like, because so technically there's multiverse. Obviously, there's more than one Earth, and the Earth that we are in, and that it's the MCU. It's the Earth 199999. So that's our Earth. And it says that the Eternals are synthetic beings created by the celestial Arishem, who are made to believe that they come from a planet called Olympia. Okay? So technically, they're not the same as in the comics. That's the point I want to come after this. Like, it's not going to be the same thing. There's more than, like, if you see the page that I'm seeing here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like a lot of Earths with
there's a bunch of Earth. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, if they wanted to continue the whole idea of Andrew Garfield Spider-Man having his own universe, like they could legit incorporate Eternals into there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, they could do that, huh?
If they wanted to, I wouldn't want to see that. Honestly, I'd just love to see Andrew Garfield, have a cameo in Multiverse of Madness. if he wants, like, if we could see him as do his third one with the dark suit there, the symbiote suit.
Oh, yo,
that'd be really, really neat. But other than that, like, he doesn't know anything right now. Like, he just wants to do it. You know what I mean? Like, he just wants to act, and I think he enjoyed playing the character again the most between him and Toby. I think Toby just came back,
for sure,
for the cameo kind of thing. Like, he just did it for the fans. But yeah, no, I think Andrew really wants to go back and do it again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, sorry. Just before we continue, Tom Holland is definitely gonna end up fighting either Venom or Anti-Venom because of the symbiote at the end of.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna see Venom. We're gonna end up seeing Ned as Hobgoblin. If we don't, it's okay. It's still gonna be good.
Yeah. Now the thing is, like, and it could be a topic for another video, but like, who's gonna be the Venom? I don't think they're gonna bring the Anti-Venom because he's not known yet. Like, I had to tell you, like, you had to find out by like a picture,
Yeah.
Like, I knew for the comics, but he's not known in the universe, the Marvel universe. So I don't think they're gonna use him.
Do you think they're gonna bring in Miles Morales?
Who? Miles Morales? I think I think after the last movie that Tom Holland's gonna do, he's gonna be like, you know what? It's not for me anymore, and he's gonna maybe not die, maybe just go away for a bit, then come back or something like that. Because he's one of the actors in that universe that I see doing other movies.
It's true. He is one of the actors that has, like, continued doing other projects besides MCU.
So I think if he stays after the third movie, his career is gonna start, like.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, good. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Shit. Sorry.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, just a bit of knowledge. There's in the MCU. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Celestials that we know. There's Arishem, who's, I'm gonna say the full name. It's Arishem the Judge. You have Jemaya, the Analyzer. You have Nizar, the Calculator. Argan, the Measurer. Eson, the Searcher. You have Tiamat, the Communicator, who died.
Yeah.
Then you have Ego, the Living Planet.
That's Peter Quill's father.
And then, so technically, Peter Quill is half of a Celestial.
Half Celestial.
So then,
if they bring that in somehow, that'd be so fucking cool.
I mean, because you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, right?
I have. I don't know.
They bring it up.
Watched it on the wrong night. I passed out. Well, that's the thing. I remember watching, like, part of it, and I remember seeing a scene where he's like, I don't know, he's like floating, like, in between this, like, bunch of shit happening around him. I don't remember, but then I just remember like, part of the post-credit scene, they kind of tease Adam Warlock a little bit. And I'm going into that with a level head because I didn't like him originally, and then I saw a picture, and it's like he's looking more and more like Adam Warlock,
like, with the long hair, and then I think the wrong thing that happened is that we saw Adam Warlock on the video game.
Yeah, but I didn't even know what he looked like beforehand. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of what he looked like in the video game anyway.
Oh, for real?
I thought he was just too gold.
I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah, I know. Like, I've seen like in the comic you
saw it
that I read there. Yeah, I see him a little bit there. Whatever.
And then you have one other that I didn't see, but I mean, he's deceased. You don't know where?
Nowhere?
Yeah, on we see it on Guardians of the
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, it's the head.
It's the head of a Celestial. So I mean, that's kind of nice to see and everything. Yeah. Wow. I need to send you this website. It says a lot. I mean, like, we have still time, but I think this is gonna close the episode. The Celestials are it says to protect these planets in Earth X. The Celestial reproduce using planets, blah blah blah. To protect these planets. Wait. Yeah, so as enigmatic genetic engineers, the Celestials created the Deviants, the Eternals, and mutant X gene.
Oh
So the
shit!
mutants.
No fucking hell, that's wicked.
So like I think that's another like bullet that they can.
Well, I read somewhere, this isn't mutant wise, but like that John Krasinski has been confirmed to be playing Mr. Fantastic.
Thank God. Thank God.
Thank
Because
God.
the last one was trash.
Like the last one, or like the one from like 2004, 2005?
No. The last one, like what's his name?
With Miles Teller?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was bad. That was
Like
bad. Michael B. Jordan and shit.
That whole cast was disgusting. You know, it was you said Michael B. Jordan,
Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller,
Kate Mara for Sue.
Yeah, Susan.
Sue Storm.
Yeah, and I don't even know who played the Thing.
It was like another guy, but yeah, I mean, I hope they don't. That's the thing. Talking about that and talking about the multiverse, I hope they don't just cameo him.
I hope so. I hope not as well. I agree with that. It'd be cool to just see him as a cameo in this movie, but they can't just throw him in there and then all of a sudden he's gone.
You know, because I think the Fantastic Four is one of the franchises, the biggest franchises that Marvel has in Marvel comics.
Yeah, especially for a group like, you know, Fantastic Four, you have the X-Men, and then you have like everyone else is kind of spattered throughout, you know what I mean? It's not like a group. So X-Men and Fantastic Four would be like huge to have, especially if they cast it well. I think John Krasinski is sick for Mr. Fantastic. You know, he's at the age where he's like old enough to, yeah, he's gotten bigger. He's got like, they could do the salt and pepper on him, and it would look, when I say salt and pepper, I mean like hair. I think that would look really, really good. Yeah, he would be sick. And honestly, even if they put Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman, it would be, yeah, I think it would work well.
Beg Marvel to do that. I just need those two. Like the other two, I don't care who they cast. I don't care how they bring them, but if they bring them as Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic, it would be like awesome. And then for
Chris Evans as the Human Torch again.
Imagine
that'd be so funny. That would work. It's a variant.
A variant, yeah.
Wouldn't be right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be right anymore. Like seeing Captain America, and then I think for X-Men, I think they should just bring everyone who's already been cast, like acknowledge the movies that we already seen, like with
you're talking about like
Michael Fassbender. Yeah, but like Wolverine, it can.
They shouldn't if they no, they cannot cast anyone else as Wolverine. That's too big. That's like casting. See that if they cast someone else as Wolverine, it's the same idea as if they cast someone else as Iron Man. They just
the same thing.
They can't do it.
He did it too much of an amazing job, and I think like
they can't do it. They can't unless I don't know if they do the whole thing of Tom Cruise in
there's pictures. There's leaked pictures. Yeah.
I'm looking this up right now. Put it right there.
I'm gonna try to find it, and I'm gonna put it like either way here.
Oh damn! Really? I'm looking this up now. Tom Cruise as Iron Man. Are you serious? Because I've seen this. Like I've seen that. Like that's what they've been using.
No, that's not it. I found it, and you deadass can see it's like it's Tom Cruise, like, and it says possible the first image of Tom Cruise on set Doctor Strange 2. Motion capture. God. Doing motion capture. I can't.
Okay.
Like
I don't like that. Personally, I feel like that's not a diss to Robert Downey Jr. or anything like that. I just find it's like
no, I think it's a diss.
You find it's
yeah, because I think what happened with Marvel is that
I'm sure they asked him to resign, and he was just like, no, like, you know, I've done my time.
Exactly.
Same thing with Chris Evans, and like, he said, look, I'm done.
Like, it's too long. It's been 10 years that I've played this character. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I think that bringing the second option, because, well, second option, the first option is like kind of a diss, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you understand? Like, I don't like, nah.
It's like, this is who they originally wanted to cast. So we're just
exactly.
Because they can, you know what I mean? With the whole idea of the multiverse, they can do that without question.
But I think they're gonna lose a lot. They're gonna
If they do
they're
that, I
gonna
feel like they're gonna take a bit of a shit kicking by the press. Like, oh, I think that was a bit of a.
I think they're gonna
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know,
I don't know. I'm not.
it's
I
all up
don't.
in the air.
Exactly. You said something at the beginning of the.
Yes. What is your opinion on the trailer of Moon Knight?
Oh.
Also, sorry. Did you hear that one of the actors passed away?
Yeah.
My God.
Passed away. He was skiing.
Yeah,
And
ski
hit
accident.
someone. And I think that the hit was either.
Wow. Terrible.
To
Rest in
the
peace.
head.
Awful.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, it's gonna sound bad, but like he finished filming.
Like at least you're saying.
I mean, at least he's gonna be.
No, exactly. But like, you know, it's the whole idea of going back to Star Wars here. You know, Carrie Fisher passing away before they
Exactly.
filmed. You know, just I guess, you know, out of a sign of respect, at least, like, you know, they could put all his footage on screen.
Exactly. So the work is there. You know, at least we're gonna.
Yeah.
There's gonna be.
You get to see.
They're gonna exactly.
Something to remember him by.
Exactly. For the trailer, Moon Knight is a superhero that I know so little about. I didn't see him a lot, so I think I'm excited.
I'm super happy about that because then we can kind of both go into it with the same idea of like
exactly
what to expect.
And I don't have something in mind. Like, I don't have expectations. So it's the same thing what happened with Iron Man and RDJ. The first movie, I didn't know anything about Iron Man, and I saw the movie, and he made the impression that I needed. You know.
Yeah.
So I think Oscar Isaac is a really good actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. Yeah.
He's Latino, so that's Latino gang. so yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited with, but I don't have any expectations. Yeah. I think it looks good. I've heard so many people saying that there's a scene. I'm gonna put the picture. There's a scene where he transformed. Exactly. Yeah. A lot of people say that they don't like how it looks. Really? That it gives a Venom vibe.
Oh, the whole idea of it like wrapping around him, same way.
And also the visual effects.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But I mean, I didn't see it that way. And I think it's gonna be a good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree with the sense, because that's the thing. Like, I know he gets his powers from Egypt. We're not sure where from yet. Because that's the thing. He, from the trailer, from what I'm understanding, he works in a museum or part of a museum or something like that. And I have a feeling what's going to end up happening. They're going to get an artifact. He's going to end up playing around with it or something like that. Same thing as like Night at the Museum. Same idea with like the tablet on the wall. Click the thing, or everything happens. That's my idea of what's going to end up happening. And Egypt, like as a kid, was like, for me, I don't know why, just something that I always found super interesting. The whole idea of like the pyramids, like I don't know. I'm gonna turn my camera. I don't know if you can see that on the wall, like right.
Yeah, right. Right there. Yeah.
Like right there. That's like I'm at 10%. All good. That's like it's literally like a painting on like the papyrus. So like Egypt to me has always had sort of like a special place in my heart. So I'm super excited for this hero or anti-villain. I think he's gonna end up being.
I think it's an anti-villain, yeah.
Because that's the thing. I have a feeling it's gonna kind of be like Venom, in the idea that he's gonna get the power, but it's not gonna be him in the suit. Like, it's not gonna be his mentality. It's gonna be something else kind of taking over. From the looks of it, because that's the thing. He seems like a super like
chill guy, scared.
Yeah, like he's scared and stuff, and maybe it's just like him getting used to his powers at the beginning. But then like you see him like in the suit, and like he's wailing on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he's punching the hell out of something, and I don't know what it is. It's definitely not human, just by the look at the legs and stuff. But it looks good. I don't know why. This one I do have high expectations for. Oscar Isaac's a really good actor. I have faith. The British accent, we'll see.
I think it's not gonna work for him.
I don't think so either. Just looking at the trailer, it didn't sound all that right. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just used to seeing him with an American accent in most of his movies. But
And that's the thing, like he's Latino, so you heard he's already having an accent talking in
yeah,
English
and
somehow.
yeah,
I know that like actors are trained professionals to
yeah.
switch their accent, but at
I'm
the
sure he
same
had a
time,
dialect coach.
you don't lose that accent. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's the same idea as like if I start speaking French or like
you're gonna,
like you still have I'm gonna have an accent. You have a very light accent when you speak English. It's all the same idea.
exactly. But I
So
think he can do a good job.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited regardless. I have faith, and that's one of the series that I'm most excited for. Like when it comes to something else like She-Hulk, I'm not. I have no interest in that. I don't know why. It's just whatever. And the fact that it's coming out so soon, it's got me hyped. So we've got Morbius coming out in 2 days that we can't see because we're in Quebec. It's 22nd. I looked it up today.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh wow, that's. But wait, before, like.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ontario's opening 50% of their.
Okay, so we're gonna take a drive. 100%. But yeah, so Morbius is coming out in 2 days, January 22nd. We've got Multiverse of Madness in May.
Yeah. Before that,
sorry.
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight in March.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for the first quarter of,
first quarter,
of 2022.
Yeah. And then also we said about video games too. We are gonna talk about video games too in this podcast.
We're gonna talk about everything in here. We're gonna talk about shoes as well.
We have. I don't know if you saw, but the first trailer or first gameplay for Lego Star Wars.
I saw it, bro. We got a release date. I'm so fucking hyped.
We saw that. We have also God of War Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure it's on March.
I think so. Hold on, I'll take a look. God of War.
May. I think it's May, beginning May or something like that. Spring.
April 20th. Oh, so it's much sooner. Oh wait, no, sorry. This is a different game. 2022. It just says 2022. So first quarter of 2022. So it should be sometime soon.
For those two, yeah. So we have those two video games. I think that's the
most of the first little bit there, and
then we'll see. But yeah. I think this is a good ending point for this third episode. This third, right? Yeah,
third episode. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, thank you guys for the support.
Yeah, continue support.
Exactly, with the views, people saying I've got message from people in Mexico who saw it saying
hey, let's go.
Fine, friends from high school. So thank you for the support and everything. And yeah, if you guys want to hear anything about Marvel, shoes, video games, anything, just leave it on the comment section. We'll try to see what's up.
Also, just gonna say it. It's not coming now, and I haven't even spoken to you about this yet. But when these movies do come out, so we're talking Morbius, TV shows and stuff, we're gonna start doing reviews as well.
Exactly. Yeah. It's gonna be on the same channel and everything. We have some good projects coming up. Some good ideas. Usually, I'm in school. Doug's working, so it's gonna be around the year. It's
not gonna be too consistent, but we'll try our best, and it'll be good.
Exactly. So guys, thank you for watching, and
take care. Enjoy.